Hi there, I got Gokul with me. Win for us today the Carabao Cup Quarter Finals, beating Crystal Palace 3-2. Your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, it was a great game. Yeah, the game could be easily done with the halftime. The tactics were a bit, shaky because I thought if you're playing Tierney, the Martinelli would be a better option because the overlap between them would be something and the pace both of them can do on the overlap would be something threatening. But yeah, overall. I was happy that Jesus put his game to the top and scored few of the good goals. So, yeah.
So we don't need a striker now?
No, we do. I believe we do still we do need a striker because we still don't have anyone who can on a clutch moment score or can turn a dead game or a team which has a very strong defense line. So we do need a end-to-end striker who's a classic poacher.
Yeah, that's the thing with Jesus. That we know he's a very good player, but he's not that out-and-out goal scorer. He's not consistent enough. But we know he's a world-class player on his day. He's had a few problems with injuries, but hopefully, that gives him some confidence and he'll go on the run.
Yeah,
we saw Arteta make some changes at half-time that really changed the game. Sometimes he gets criticism for his in-game management, but the changes he made all the difference. Bringing Odegaard on, but also that change where he put Timber out to right back instead of Partey, that made a big difference as well.
I totally agree with that. But what I am, if you see the entire season, the thing is, the Arteta is not being so proactive. I'm a big admirer of Arteta, but this was a season where we could actually go and do something because if we play the same pattern we played the last season, being proactive, being more attacking than rather than being more defensive oriented, I think this was a season we could really achieve something. I agree, striker is required, but if we play the same way we played the last season with the short passes, 1-2s, and the pairs, that's one thing which I think we are lacking this season is that we are not finding the correct pace, especially on the left side. On the right side, we definitely have Saka, Odegaard, and Timber linking properly, but on the left side, we are not able to find that final. And a lot of the time there are a lot of space on the left side of the pitch, and I think we are not able to exploit it properly. So I want to see that free-flowing football rather than being very conservative and defense oriented, because this is a season where City is not up to their level. And you see the Liverpool, they're playing a fearless football. That's what I know this team can play that, because they have shown, the same team has shown a great run in the last season. They have that. It's just they are being a bit more defensive in their approach. They want to see out the games, or I don't know. I find it a bit, I'm not saying that they are as what people call it's a Stoke City kind of team. No, I totally disagree with that. We are playing way better. We are not just relying on our set pieces. It's a very wrong thing. If we are getting good goals out of set, why not? We'll take. But yeah, we need to play the Arsenal game a bit more. The short passes, the pairs. We need to exploit this.
Yeah, you mentioned the left side there. Some of that has got to be down to the injuries as well. We've seen on our left back situation the amount of injuries we've had, and we've had to play many different players there. So it's hard to build that chemistry for whoever's at left back with either Martinelli or Trossard. But also Martinelli and Trossard have been struggling for form, especially Martinelli. So that's another thing that we need to look at. Would you think that the two left wingers we have at the moment are good enough? Because there's talk of Marcus Rashford potentially being available for 40 million, and he's been linked with us. Is he a player that you would like to see us potentially buy? Because that's the position he normally plays.
No, I don't think Marcus Rashford will be a good addition to our team, because at the moment the team is at a very good level. We need some quality addition which can really make a big difference. The final jigsaw in the puzzle. We don't need to buy a squad player anymore. We have a decent squad. We need someone who can really make or do some, create a clutch moment which can be a season decider. So there will be games. People saying season is done and this and that. I don't believe that. Season is still on. Liverpool Liverpool will drop points. It's their first manager. They're riding on that, first manager thing. They will drop point, but when they drop point, we need to capitalize on that. So we need one or two top player. I don't think we should go in a just to buy any player available. We should, because Rashford has been for United very long time, and I don't see him as a player which can take Arsenal to the next level.
Okay. In terms of this competition for Carabao Cup, any preferred opponent for the semi-final?
No, not as such, because I see Carabao Cup as I do love to win it, but in then anyway you have to face a top teams, so I don't mind facing them early also.
Okay, we saw today Arteta did make a lot of changes. We talk about squad rotation. Does he take this competition seriously? Do you think now we're in the semi-finals he has to play a full-strength team?
Yeah, he has to. Now this is the the December, the Christmas period, and the January. You don't want a single match to be losing, because that shifts the momentum. If you even lose a Carabao Cup, a defeat is a defeat. It's next will be a semi-final, and if a team loses a semi-final, it can set back your form or your run of game in the Premier League as well. So from at least for 1 month, I want him to play a full squad. His best playing 11 should be on the pitch. I don't believe in a theory that you should rest too much. This is the period where you gain the momentum. If you don't catch this momentum, it's in this part of the season, I think then the season is done. So I don't think you should rest players at this time.
Okay, one last thing I want to ask you. So you mentioned there that you've got faith in Arteta, you like him as a manager, but we have heard a lot of talk about we've not won a trophy for so long. It's been 5 years.
Yeah.
Arteta's, I don't know if it's tongue in cheek, but he said that we won 3 trophies under him because he's counted with 2 community shields. But do you think that if we don't win a trophy this season, he is going to be under pressure? And I know you said you like him as a manager, but do you think it's a must win the trophy season, or would you still give him another season and you still have faith that next year, if it wasn't this year, that we can go on and win this trophy?
For me, it's like, I don't say Arteta out. No, I'm also not. He's not an Arsene Wenger. Yeah. So, question should be asked. The main thing is we should not let that a manager in a way that he's here for a long period. It's a long project. Question need to be asked. I'm not saying sack him, but he should be accountable now. It's a long time now. You're seeing the project. He has taken us to a great level. The fans are united, and that feel at the Arsenal is we got it back. But now it's time to deliver, and if he doesn't deliver, the question needs to be asked. I'm not like to sack him tomorrow if he don't win this season. Sack him. I'm not in that rash mentality that if it's a bad season you sack him. You finish second is a bad season. No, it's not. But question need to be asked. And I have now my doubts that is he the man who can take us to the silverware. I now genuinely have my doubts about it, because he's a good manager, he's a good, but there are decisions which created doubt, like for example, not buying a striker this season when it is evident. It's like, I feel it a bit stubborn to not buy a striker, and then if you're not buying a striker, then you're playing a defensive set of game where you need someone at the end to convert 1 or 2, 3 chances you get. You need a clinical striker. If you play this kind of game where you have a solid defensive structured game, then you need a solid striker. And if you playing the old way, where the classical tiki-taka, where you pass and the goals can come from every part of the field, then it's fine. You don't need striker. But if you want to play a solid structured game, you need a clinical striker.